Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangouts 1222. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, this Durham's online community paper. And with Bull City Hangout, basically, I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and then I invite you on camera to just, join me, share information, etc. So let's get started today with the Word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page. So I want to start out by letting you know that the city has the Water Hardship Fund to help you if you have fallen behind in your water bill. Read about that on the Word page. Go to durhamskywriter.com, scroll down or click on Word. Also, the county social services, the LEAP program, that stands for Low Income Energy Assistance Program. You don't have to be behind in your heating bill. Just know that if you are low income and you know that bill is going to be high this winter, sign up for the program. Okay, let's see. Also, the HOPE program, Housing Opportunity and Prevention of Evictions program. Read about that on the Word page. If you need help with your rent or utilities, if your job has been affected by COVID-19. All righty, and when you scroll back up to American Tobacco, let's see. The American Tobacco campus, the interior campus, right across the street from a ballpark. This has become the spot for photo ops. I see professional photographers out there with models. I see families with doing the selfies, the pictures for their holiday card or whatever. So this has become the spot. So they're calling it the Winter Wonders Walk at American Tobacco. Starting at 5 o'clock, they turn on all the lights and they have all of these candy canes and hollies and lights and all kinds of wonderful displays. You can just walk around and just enjoy it. And with the weather not being too cold just yet, there's plenty of places to sit around. There's also tables you can eat. They have actually lounge chairs out there where you can lounge around on the south end. So just check it out. I'm starting at 5, ending at 11 every evening until New Year's Day. So be sure to check that out. And again, now the Dew Gardens is closed because of the pandemic, this has become the place to take your holiday photo. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the Zoom page. I always forget to mention the Zoom page, and I feel kind of bad because last night was the high point of what they're calling the Great Conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn getting closer together, at least from our point of view, not really. But anyway, this is what people are calling the Christmas star. So read about that on the Zoom page. And even though last night was like the best night because that's the closest that they are, again, from our point of view, not really. But anyway, this phenomenon will continue for the next few nights where about an hour after sunset, you can go out, look southwest, and then see what people are calling the Christmas star. So again, read about that. And also there's links to NASA. And of course, NASA has all the information that you could ever want regarding this. So again, it's on the Zoom Kids page. All righty, let's go to the health page. Of course, I have your COVID-19 information in terms of, the stay-at-home order, in terms of where to get tested for free, help from the state if you do happen to be quarantined for a couple of weeks, where to get help from the state regarding groceries, childcare, medications, transportation, etc. Let's see where 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗓. Let's see. 𝗕𝗓𝗟𝗓 Health Services contracted by the state to administer free COVID-19 tests. Today's what? Tuesday. So they are at El Centro Hispano until 6, drive-through available. McDougal Terrace until 4:30, drive-through available. And Oxford Manor, 4:30. You don't have to actually live there. That's where they're administering the tests. And then tomorrow, El Centro Hispano, J.J. Henderson, and Olden Towers. All righty, and I think there's a new, like a talk series. Yes, Black, Indigenous, people of color, age 18 plus, from the LGBT community. They're invited to check out the 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟 by POC Care. It's a free therapy group led by Doctors Sarah Wilson and 𝗕𝗨𝗟𝗟, and they'll be talking about issues important to the participants. They are all inclusive, so they are including LGBTQIA2S plus. Everyone's invited, in other words. So it's co-sponsored by the LGBTQ Center of Durham and also Project Lift. This will be a series of talks from, January, I believe. It's going to be on Wednesdays, 14 successive weeks. The first date, the opening date, has not been announced yet, but stay tuned. I will be able to tell you that as soon as I find out. All right. Let's see. I think that's it for the health page. Yeah, let's go to the how-to page. Now, I do have an article on the how-to page on describing how to put together blessing bags to help people in need, people who are might be homeless or just in need. This consists of gallon-sized Ziploc bags full of goodies, and I have lots of suggestions and also places to source the items that you might want to put into the bags. You can put whatever you want into the bags. But just read the article is really, really good because I have gathered information from all over the place. Now, I was hoping, I haven't quite reached the crisis intervention team with the Durham Police because I was told that I did speak to someone from the police department, by the way, and they did say that if we were allowed to drop off these bags, blessing bags, with the police who do encounter people who are homeless and help them out. So I was told that the place would probably be the District 1 substation because that's where the crisis team, intervention team operates out of, but I haven't been given the okay yet. So hopefully sometime tomorrow I'll find out, maybe even later this afternoon, and I'll be sure to put that in the Skywriter and to announce it during the show, the next show, maybe hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. All right, but anyway, check out the how-to page for information on how to help the homeless. All right, let's go to the Let's Go page, the calendar of events page. Let's see. Yes, right now as we speak, the Nehemiah Christian Center is giving away free lunches for people in need from noon until 1. They do this on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. All right. Let's see. New Visions of Africa restaurant, they're having their grocery giveaway because it's Tuesday. So the grocery giveaway starts at 12:30 in just a few minutes. So you might want to head that way. You can park in the W.D. Hill parking lot if you need to, and wear a mask and have your sense of humor intact because sometimes people are slightly impatient. So be sure if you need groceries to head that way right now to New Visions of Africa restaurant next to W.D. Hill on Fayetteville Street. All right, let's see. I don't want to leave anything out. Okay. New Visions of Africa restaurant will be back from 3 until 6, giving away warm dinners, again from 3 until 6 from their spot on Fayetteville Street. And also, thanks to Colleen calling this to my attention, the South Durham Farmers Market will have a special market this afternoon from 3 until 5, a special holiday market, South Durham Farmers Market. They're south on Highway 55 and Sedgwick. All righty. And I have 2 guests waiting in the wings. Let's see. North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences will have their virtual Trivia Tuesday this evening from 6 until 7. It's free, and I heard that it's really fun. Also, Marvis Fun will have her she's calling it now Stay Well virtual line dance class from 7 until 8. It's free. It's on Zoom. Check that out as well. And then tomorrow, again, Nehemiah Christian Center giving away free bag lunches from noon until 1. Now, the weather is 54 and sunny. It's really pleasant out there. It's going up, well, to 54. We're already at the day's height. It's also sunny. It's going to be sunny all day long today. And then tomorrow, 54 again, this time partly sunny. So we have 2 guests waiting in the wings. We have Beverly Mahone and Guy our cook. So let's see what is happening. Good. Whoa, where did Beverly go? Wait, whoa. There you are. Hey, Guy. Hey, Beverly. What's new?
Hey, it's 54 degrees and cold. And I'm from the Midwest, so you know I don't get cold. The wind is blowing. I am driving. I've just left Briar Creek. The wind is making it colder than it really is. So I just wanted to give you that weather update.
Okay, well, I was only out there in the sun playing with my little street cat, my little stray cat. So it felt warm because I was standing right next to the house in the blazing sun. So, but I can imagine once I leave the house and actually get out there, I'll feel that wind and it will feel cold. So I appreciate the correction or the update. How did your resume workshop go yesterday?
Well, I thought it went okay. I had some technical issues, and like I said, when you're older, there are things that you are just going to have to work out. It's no way around it. You can't just use age as an excuse. If you want to be a success at whatever it is that you do, you're just going to have to work it out. You've got to train. You've got to find the tools and resources you need in order to accomplish your mission. So I say all of that to you to say that, I thought as far as the content goes, I thought the content was relevant.
You had some really good,
but the technical part of it, left something to be desired. So
we'll do it again. Maybe I can help you out with that.
Yeah, I hope to be able to do it again. I did actually post another one to Vimeo and to YouTube. So if anyone is interested there, they can go ahead. I basically just recapped what I said live.
So on YouTube, is it the Beverly Mahone YouTube channel? Is that the name of the channel?
It's the Boomer Beat with Bev Mahone.
Okay, Boomer Beat. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then Vimeo is just Vimeo.
Okay. Can I get permission from you to post that in the Durham Skywriter?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Please. I would love for you to do it. I'm going to be doing one on interviewing skills. I'm coming up probably in the next day or so before Christmas Eve, before Christmas.
Okay, awesome. Looking forward to hearing more about that.
So what have you been up to?
Just working, hanging.
I like the idea of that farmer's market on Highway 55. I think that's great. The holiday market.
Right, from 3 until 5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's great. I have a doctor's appointment during that time period, but I still think it's a great idea.
Yeah, they will probably have pastries. Sometimes they have wonderful pastries and things like that. So yeah, so there might be a good reason to go out there. Seriously. Oh yeah.
Where's Guy? Hey Guy, is he here?
Yeah, hey Guy.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just sitting here waiting.
Yeah, so you're holding.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing my ass off inside. Have you guys saying it's cold at 54?
Listen, Guy. I'm from the Midwest, so I understand that 54 truly is not cold. But let me just say, when you have lived in the South for a number of years, your body chemistry changes.
Yes.
I agree.
You can't see the screen. I'm holding up my phone, and it says 40.
40. That's cold.
Yeah. That's cold. Yeah. 9 o'clock in the morning, it's 40. We're going to reach a pinnacle of 48 today. I probably won't wear the thong much today. It's kind of nippy out. Well, there's a city ordinance about fat people wearing thongs anyway. It's just not allowed.
Okay.
Go ahead. You know what I saw yesterday? I almost tried to take a picture of her, but I was in such shock. I couldn't get my camera phone to do anything. I was going into Food Lion. She was coming out of Food Lion. She had on a bikini top. And her breasts, I mean, the thing of it was is that if she wasn't so endowed, I probably wouldn't have really thought anything about it.
That
But
sounds really
she was,
inappropriate.
yeah, totally inappropriate. And it was cold outside. And I went home and I said to my husband, I said, I just saw a woman in a bikini top, and I'm trying to understand.
The pandemic
What universe-
affects us in so many different ways.
Maybe her sweater was in the wash. You don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, it could have been. And then I thought, well, maybe she came from a very hot house, and she
Or
was
she
just
lost-
running in the food line for a minute and coming right back out.
She lost a bet. She bet on some certain team to win, and they didn't. And the condition was, if your team loses, you have to go to the, what did you call it? Food line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to go to the food line in your swimsuit top and buy groceries. That's probably what happened.
Okay.
I mean, we can make up any ending for this movie.
That sounds a lot better than having gone insane.
Well,
yeah, that sounds a lot better.
I think you have to be insane already to make that bet, but
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I don't know, but she had flowers. So she went in, and that's all she had in her hand, because I noticed that. She had a bouquet of flowers, and I thought, oh, okay. But that
she might have walked in with flowers, though.
To Food Lion?
Candace says,
come out with nothing?
Candace says different strokes for different folks. Remember that old saying from the 70s or 80s? Hey, Candace.
Hi, Candace.
and she's in California.
Okay.
It's not,
I know
it's not 40 there.
I bet she's enjoying some nice weather.
Yeah. Well, the thing about California, I found a thing this morning on the news. It was a map of the United States. They're talking about the pandemic has got some hospitals more filled than they need to be. Mm-hmm. And Southern California slammed. Yeah. Southern California and Arizona, don't plan any trips there soon.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not, yeah. And they might be wearing masks at a lower rate because it's so warm. That's possible. And that makes the COVID-19 easier to catch, I suppose.
Yeah. The good news, if there's good news in COVID, Australia claims to have defeated the virus.
Good on them.
They had a crowd go to some sporting event finals. They had 40,000 people at an opera, and they said it's okay because we're getting like 1 or 2 cases a day. If they get even that, it's like it's whooped in Australia. So if you've got travel plans, you might want to consider going down there. Yeah. Just because they took it head on with some real severe. People complain here about we suggest you wear a mask and would really be nice if you stayed home.
Wear a mask.
And down there they said you got to do it. Period. End of story. There's no maybes. This is how we're going to beat this. Is we're going to take drastic steps in the short term so that we can get back sooner to things being normal in the long term. And that's
they're more obedient in Australia, because when they had their try to remove guns from people's households, they readily gave them up. Look at Candace just throwing this in our faces that it's 62.
But 62 is not all that warm in California. I mean, it's warmer.
That's freezing in California. 62, they're going to be out there with their sweaters on, earmuffs, stocking caps. That's gosh.
I have Brazilian friends back home who were, when it got to like 60 degrees, they're like, "Oh, it is so cold."
Did anybody die?
Yeah. I'm like, you haven't seen winter yet, so.
Right.
They thought 60
I know a lady in Brazil whose hobby is knitting. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm thinking, okay, the recipe is you knit stocking caps, you knit scarves, you knit, the warm weather stuff that you need. So what do you knit in Brazil? She ships it all out. She sends it to wherever. Yeah. Because there's nobody in the neighborhood that's going to need a stocking cap or going to need a scarf because it's not going to be one of them kind of
That
days.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Not at all.
Yeah. So what are you all doing for Christmas if you all celebrate Christmas?
Not much. Ordering online, checking orders. Darlene bought some shoes for Christmas from this website. I don't say their name out loud because it'll get me in trouble.
It's not
But
Amazon?
anyway, no, it's not Amazon. She ordered them from a different place. You buy one pair, you get one pair free. It was
Nice.
a big deal today. That's the good side. The bad side is they've not shipped yet. She ordered them on November the 28th, and they haven't been put on a truck yet. I don't think they're going to be. I think she's found another. She's done this before. She'll find a great deal, and
Get ripped off.
Being a ripoff. It's a vaporware. Thank you for your order, but we're not ever going to send anything to you.
Oh, that's
Wow.
so
But their website looks pretty real. I'm surprised.
What about you, Beverly?
Well, we're gonna spend Christmas with my daughter this year. We're not doing anything, nothing special. I'm not cooking. Well, she's cooking. We're just going over there. We're just gonna hang out, watch basketball all day, and that's it. But I do want to tell you this mail story because I'm so frustrated with the U.S. Postal Service, and I don't want to say it's their fault. I do believe that the Trump administration has something to do with it. Yeah. But so a friend of mine's son, who's like a son to me, got married on Saturday. And because of COVID, they had to really limit, the people that could actually be in the church. And I understood that. I was a little upset, but I understood it. But I got the invitation. Okay, the invitation was mailed on December the 2nd.
Okay.
For the wedding that took place on December 19th. I got the invitation on Tuesday.
Which was
the 15th.
You got it on the 15th, so it took 2 weeks.
Where did it come from? Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh my God! I thought you were going to say Montana or something.
They could have just driven it up Highway 40 to your house.
Yeah, right down the street.
They could have just dropped it in my mailbox.
Yeah,
and I kept thinking, well, God, am I going to get an invitation? I mean, I understand I didn't know the bride side of the family, but I was thinking, well, her son is like her husband to be, was like my son. So I should be on the list. And I was feeling some kind of way, but sure enough,
some people send out their invitations months in advance though. So maybe I'm going to get married once ideally. But anyway, but some people do send
ideally.
Them out. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying.
Well, the idea that I just had, because you can't have congregations, right? Can't get big. Is have the wedding pre-recorded, the ceremony pre-recorded, and show it on the screen at the drive-in movie, and then everybody can stay in their car and go to the drive-in and watch the ceremony, and that'll be the Band-Aid that you put on not being able to be there in person. Well, the next best thing is you go to the drive-in
and drop off your present on the way.
Yeah.
Well, they had it live on Facebook.
Oh,
so
okay.
I mean,
that's cool. That's very cool.
They had it. They had the wedding and the reception on Facebook.
My cousin did a marriage in Las Vegas, and it was on the private thing that the church had. They didn't have Facebook Live back in those days, but the church had a way that you could go to their website and watch the ceremony.
That's cool.
And what it was is one of the get married by Elvis ceremonies. It was totally over the top. You talk about the lady in the bikini top coming out of the store, that's nothing. Elvis. Until you've had an Elvis wedding.
Ain't no wedding like an Elvis wedding.
Crazy times. And then during the ceremony, they make different references to song titles that like "Don't Be Nothing But a Hound Dog," stuff like that. It's just ha 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 all the way through it.
Well, as long as they didn't play "Return to Sender."
Oh, that's a good one, Pat.
Well,
That
Oh
would
my
be
God.
Potential for one-liners with Elvis songs is the key. Yeah.
as long as it doesn't lead them to Jailhouse Rock. We're all good.
Yeah.
We are all good.
Oh, you got jokes today. I see. Oh
Hey,
God.
speaking of joke, I could say the words and we could hear a joke right now. All I have, no, Beverly, it's true. I just have to
Please
say,
don't consult your Alexa
okay,
thing.
just write my name down on a $20 bill and mail it in, and I won't say it.
That Alexa thing has the worst jokes.
Yeah,
Or
just
whatever the
don't
thing is you have.
see the one thing
Terrible.
you don't want to say, Beverly, is never say, "Computer, tell me a joke." Oops.
Oh no, please no. The jokes
Okay, well,
no.
I do have to go cut out of here. I just wanted to pop in and
I'm
say
glad
thank
you
you so much,
did.
Pat, for your support. And
Sure.
this whole I'll be doing another workshop coming up. I may do a little more on the resume writing
Okay.
because there's so much
Please
more to
do.
it than what I said before. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot more to it.
Now, you put
And
your
hello,
resume,
Colleen.
events. Do you advertise that on LinkedIn by chance?
No,
You
I have
should.
not advertised it on LinkedIn. I know I should. Here's the thing. I have a problem with LinkedIn, and I'm
Oh,
just going to keep it real here before I
okay.
go. I think LinkedIn really does discriminate against people of color when it comes to jobs. Now,
Oh.
that doesn't stop me from posting my information, but I do believe that there is something that they do. And I've actually written an article and posted it on LinkedIn about
Ooh,
how I think they discriminate.
wow.
Because I just don't think that they I don't think they in good conscience really try to make sure that you get that people of color get the same opportunities as others. That's
Okay.
just my own personal opinion.
Okay.
Okay. That being said, then
Okay.
what's the solution? You've said what the problem is. Where you don't want to put it. Where you do want to put it is
Well,
because
you have to
I
have
haven't been a person of color all my life.
okay, let me tell you what the
Okay.
solution is for every company, Guy.
All
The
right.
solution for every company, and it's not just LinkedIn. And don't get me
Uh-huh.
started. The solution is to make sure that the people who are calling the shots are people of color in addition to whatever else you got going on. Because the bottom line here is that until you recognize that people of color have a voice, till you recognize that people of color are just as knowledgeable and are experts in various fields
Okay.
as white men, then you're always going to get the same thing. Period. That's why I have to applaud Rob Elmore from ABC 11, the first in this market to hire an African American, well, maybe not the first, but at ABC 11 for sure, to hire an African American news director.
Mhm.
You
Cool.
know, it took years and years and years for that to happen. And I sat at that station for years complaining about the fact that there were not enough blacks in management. That's why you always saw leading the news black men accused of crimes and white men who did the same things you never heard.
Mm.
Until we all have a seat at the table, we're
Okay.
gonna get the same result. Period.
I've
That's
listened to you for 3 minutes and you haven't
good.
answered my question.
Oh,
My
well, if
question,
you didn't hear the answer, I'm
no,
sorry.
you didn't. I asked you
Oh,
if you don't use LinkedIn to promote your resume writing event, like how to write a better resume or whatever title you have. Where do you do it? My
no,
mantra
that's not what
is
you asked. That's not what I heard. You asked me, how do you change it?
no. I said
That's what I heard.
if you don't like LinkedIn, then what do you like? That's all.
But that's not what. Okay, we not. You know what? What I heard and what I think I heard and what you're saying now is not the same. So how do
Oh,
I change it? The way that I change it is just, slowly but surely, just trying to put it out there through other mechanisms. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like when you go in the tackle box and you say, this lure doesn't work to catch fish. I want to catch fish, so I'm going to use this red, white daredevil spoon or whatever. So what lure are you using to catch the fish? where do you bait up?
Okay, well, it's certainly not on LinkedIn. So
Okay.
we'll just
I
leave
know
it
that.
at
I know that.
I bait up at YouTube. I bait up on Twitter. Not so much on Facebook, even though I'm doing a little bit more on Facebook. I'm just dancing around LinkedIn.
Okay.
Well, just continue to drop in and promote here on
Yeah.
Bull City
I will.
Hangout.
Thank you, Pat. Guy, good to
Yes.
see you. I will be sending Jim Rice a Christmas card. Take care.
Okay.
Take care. Jim Rice. Oh, the baseball player. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You
That's
didn't
gonna
forget
be-
who
that's-
Jim Rice was.
That's
Oh
going to
my
be an
God.
ongoing joke with you and Bear.
Yes.
I swear.
Yes. I think that will be an eternal thing. But a lot of times, getting back to the LinkedIn thing and what I was trying to get out of her was, if you find a channel that doesn't respond to your interaction, you look at the stats, and I've only gotten 4 referrals from this website, XYZ. Then I don't use XYZ anymore because I'm not fishing where the fish are. If I'm trying to generate leads, I'm trying to get participants to an event.
Yeah, there's 2 ways to look at that. So one, you could say, the heck with them, I will go over here.
Yeah.
However, if they're the big boys, you do want to be at that table and not just abandon them to all
and just find the way to make it work. That's what I agree with you on that.
Yeah, so there's two ways to approach it.
If they've got thousands of users and you're not getting them, it's more likely that your creative is not correct than their traffic isn't correct. Okay. But if you find that, like,
hard to know without being at the table.
A really good way to find your demographics and what they're interested in is remember I talked about Pinterest a while ago?
Yeah.
The statistics on Pinterest are really good at breaking down women versus men, what percentage of the women are interested in this and that. They've just launched a new thing, like what are their favorite channels of the boards you've got up on your Pinterest site. If they like, we'll pick on Durham. They like Durham Parks and Recreation more than Durham Library. Okay. Then you put gallons of gas into the tank of Parks and Recreation and don't worry about the library because nobody's going there. But the inverse of that, if they're going to both places, then you generate content targeted at that. Like I've got a campaign going on Route 6 now that I just decided, you know what, I'm going to see what every state does. There's 14 states. Sure. I'm not going to just focus on California because it's the biggest. The same amount of effort I put into California, I'm going to put into Rhode Island. And then I'm going to look back and I'm going to say, oh, okay, we had, 400% increase in traffic. 10th of December is the mystery in my mind right now. I got to find out what I did on 10th of December because the stats were way up through the ceiling.
Yeah.
So you just go in and look at referrals, look at the people that made it pop, made it go up and hit. I don't think Guy Kawasaki said, go to my site. I don't think that's what happened, but I'll find out.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, Guy Kawasaki's the other guy. I always joke. The other guy that's famous.
Yeah, I remember him from Apple, and I think he did some other things. But
yeah.
So with the social media thing, it's really hard to master the algorithms if you're not really aware of how they're skewed. And the way I look at it, I just try to be where I think I should be. And that does now, in terms of LinkedIn, I have to admit that I've been ignoring LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I do know that it's very important. I do know people have found great opportunities through LinkedIn, and I will probably start using it more.
You're not telling people to get a job, right?
No, I'm talking about connecting with people.
Yeah.
In terms
of
jobs,
go with bodies, then you're going to be more inclined to go to somebody that's got a broader audience, a bigger audience.
Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. But be that as it may, I definitely take what Beverly said to heart because I have seen, we've all seen inequality. So, and I understand her frustration. But anyway,
I
just keep
the only
plugging away. My
experience-
simple solution is to keep plugging away.
You know, people talk about they're getting prejudiced, right? Okay. Well, mostly it's about race. Well, I got prejudiced for being an American.
Mhm.
When
There's
we
always
lived,
something. There's
when
always
we
something.
lived in England for 3 years,
Mhm.
the English kids gave me heck. I got
Sure.
beat up. I got beat up once for being an American.
Well, sure. I had a coworker who was Swedish.
Uh-huh.
She said her family, her last name was Fredrickson. And I was asking her, why is it E-N and not O-N? Because I was used to seeing O-N.
Right.
She said her family moved to Norway for a job opportunity, changed the spelling of their name, Fredrickson, O-N to E-N, to avoid persecution. I was like, come on, really? Sweden versus Norway? But apparently people will always find something.
Well, you're not moving to Norway, are you? So you don't have to worry about Pat Murray then.
I'm just pointing out that people will look for something. Even if the rest of us don't see it, they're going to find something to make a distinction between them and the next group. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm going to get going because what I'm doing this afternoon is recording holiday greetings with my advertisers.
Okay.
So I got to hit the road. That's going to be really fun, by the way. You'll see it on Facebook.
And,
maybe even on LinkedIn.
And are you going to focus on getting a 15-second teaser
for the holiday greeting?
Yeah, like listen to the Durham Skywriter.
Oh yeah. I realized I've been doing this holiday greeting thing with my advertisers for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
It never occurred to me until you mentioned that for me to do a holiday greeting for the Durham Skywriter. Duh.
Tease it.
Stupid.
Yeah. And if you make it exactly 15 seconds or exactly 30, whatever, then an agency can grab it and run with it. And you could end up being in the public service announcement pool. If you release it for freebie and then getting in a PSA, so what if you go at 2 a.m? It's reach is reach. Anytime you get the name out there is a good thing.
We will definitely see. And I'm going to use some of the fun apps that you use with Instagram. I'm going to record, and just a hint for those who are recording their own holiday messages.
Yes.
Do one horizontal and do one vertical, landscape and portrait. Do
on
one
the
of,
phone. On the phone.
Yeah, okay. Do one of each because you want to be able to use those fun, cute little apps. I'll mention just a couple. Let's see.
Now this is iOS, right?
Let me see. There's Mojo. There's Jump Rope. There's let's see. Pick Play Post. There's Jane. There's Color Pop. With Color Pop, you make the whole image on the screen black and white, and then you choose one spot of color. So that might be maybe you're holding a Christmas present, or maybe rosy red.
You're holding up a rose and you make the rose red. I got you.
Yeah. So that's really, really fun. So check out those apps. I don't know what's iOS and what's Android. I don't know. Obviously, because I use an iPhone, these are all compatible. Oh, another one is Unfold. That's another really wonderful, wonderful way to make your typical, simple-looking post into something very sophisticated. And have people wondering, ooh, how did you do that? So there you go. Okay, Guy, I'm going to move on. You have a beautiful day.
It's Tuesday. You know what that means?
Actually, it means beef ribs at Chicken Hut.
Well, bigger than that.
Just saying.
Bigger than that.
Oh, what's bigger than Chicken Hut?
On Tuesday, the local store Bi-Mart has Lucky Number Day.
We don't have that.
And if your number ends, like they give you a 6-digit number when you're going in to be your membership number. It's like a membership. It's kind of like Kmart, but you have to be a member. And it doesn't cost big bucks to be a member. I think I paid $5 for forever. And on Tuesday, they have Lucky Number Day. So you go in and see if they have your number. Like I got a bottle of sparkling cider, perfect for the holidays for free. And the time before that, it's not big stuff. It's little stuff.
Like I said, we don't
I
have Walmart. I don't know why you're telling me this. We don't have Walmart in
you
North
could
Carolina.
relocate. You never know. You never know.
I don't know.
Or you have Home Depot, so
Of
there's
course,
no
you don't have Chicken Hut, so I'm just saying.
Well, thank God for that.
You have obviously never eaten at Chicken Hut. We're talking about some good eating.
I've eaten at Popeyes.
That's so much better than Popeyes. We're talking.
Yeah, Popeyes was way
food.
too salty for me. I couldn't believe how much salt. Yeah.
Just saying, no comparison.
Home cooked is pretty hard to beat.
Yeah.
I get a lot of that at my house, but
I'm sure you do.
All week.
But anyway, let me go. But I'll see you later, Guy.
Oh,
beautiful.
You know how to keep a chocolate lover and their attention? You know, people that love chocolate. You know how to keep their attention? You got to keep some Twix up your sleeve.
That's
a joke.
You got that from Alexa. You got that from Alexa. That's terrible. But thanks, Guy. I'll see
Adios.
you.
Take care.
Okay, so with that, you have a beautiful day always. You know, with it being getting closer to the end of the month. Of course, I'm already starting to work on the January issue. If you have information for the Durham Skywriter covering up to the second week of February, wow, time is just, we're just calling 2020 just the lost year. So anyway, if you have information, in fact, let me show you what where to send the information if I can find it. Boom. Send it to durhamskywriter@gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter. Durham Skywriter, of course, Facebook, Durham Skywriter page. A lot of people like to just place things on the Durham Skywriter page. I welcome that. So do that as well. Twilight Adams, hello, hello, hello. LOL, I don't know which joke she's laughing at. Oh, Twix up your... Is that funny to you? Okay. It was a little corny. I do like corny jokes though. But yes, I want everyone to have a beautiful day. The high is 54. We're already at 54. It's going to be sunny all day. Don't forget to look for that Saturn-Jupiter thing. Look to the southwest about an hour after sunset to see what they're calling the Christmas star. And you can read about that on the Zoom page, the Durham Skywriter. If you have kids, even if you don't have kids, because there's NASA links, all kinds of wonderful links to take advantage of that. Yeah, I like corny jokes. Oh, let me just post. There you go. I like corny jokes, and believe it or not, I have a soft spot in my heart for corny music as well. Sometimes it gets to people. But anyway, you have a beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, and I will see you tomorrow at noon. Again, send me info for the January issue because I've already started to work on that. And also, don't forget that the very special South Durham Farmers Market. Thank you, Colleen, for alerting me of this. But the South Durham Farmers Market from 3 until 5 this afternoon, a very special holiday market. With that, I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Ciao for now.